I just want to look at all the different ways we can warm up our arm screws. Première chose, on va juste écarter les doigts. We're just going to spread our fingers very, very wide. And from that position, we want to activate all the tendons, all the connective tissue in the arm as hard as we can. Si fort, si tendu que possible. Dans cette position, maintenant, on va faire des rotations. We're going to really do an exaggerated screw. Yeah! Nothing like an exaggerated screw on a Saturday. We want to feel it deep into the bicep. Going in and out. Hey, JP, how you doing? The way it's going to go. Alors, sur chaque rotation, on va sentir vraiment dans le apex de ton bicep. You want to feel it peaking right at the top of the bicep. And then really, if you at the end of it, if you activate your thumbs like a counterbalance, right, if you concentre sur les pouces, you're going to get a nice deep stretch on the inside. Good. And now we're going to go both ways. Sur le retour maintenant, on ne va pas juste croiser avec le pouce. Hein? You don't want to just cross with the thumb, although that'll give you a good stretch here. Keep it open and try to think of the thumb tip leading it across as hard as you can. Excellent. I'm just going to Photoshop electricity out of all these. That's right. How would the emperor ever lose? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Just keep it a distance. Good. Maintenant, contraction pour les coups de poing. So for the fist, we go one phalange at a time. Roll it really tight. Puis avec les mains complètement tendues, maintenant les rotations. Very tight rotations in both directions. Now, when we go out for any sort of absorption, quand on rallonge, il y a toujours un danger après les doigts puis les poignets pour les coudes. Right? The second danger then is the elbows. So we're going to just have the arms out. We're going to try to think of just the elbow area. Concentrez juste ici. On va presque rallonger complètement. You never want to hyperextend. You can do it once to feel what it is. Pull it back. You want to be about here. So I want this base of the bicep, upper radial muscle be as tight as it can, and then I want to relax. I really isolate that area. I'm so jacked today. Oh, it's gonna be good things gonna happen. Yeah, excellent. That's what we're doing. Good. Puis avec cette contraction maintenant, if you keep that stable, voir comment tu peux bouger ton épaule, right? So if I have my elbows tight, I want to move my shoulders, then I relax. Elbows tight. All right, guys. Maintenant, petite flexion, tout le bras contracté. Everything's tight, but now really focus on fullest possible rotations with the shoulders. Both directions. Let's go tie that belt up. You want to round the scapula as much as you can, or bonne ronde dans le dos. And then when you come back, after you cross the top, squeeze it together. On va sentir l'attachement sur l'épine dorsale. Right? You want to feel where it attaches on the spine area. Feel the sliding tissue under the shoulder blades. All right, guys. Maintenant, garde les mains complètement naturelles. Hands are natural, but I want to try to isolate a little bit in the armpit, the lateral muscle, keep the shoulders nice and stable, and now I'm going to focus on elongating the neck. Maintenant pour le nuque. So as we fall, si vous n'êtes pas stable quand tu vas absorber l'impact, right? If you're not stable, it's all under the clavicle, inside the neck. That's where we hurt ourselves. So we're just going to brace it, nice and strong here, and now we're going to work pulling the chin in. Recule avec le menton, and feel everything activating. Back, sternocleidomastoids, you want this nice and strong. Feel the attachment, use your fingers, attach into the neck. Every cable, getting in. Your neck is huge, amplified by his osso-central V-neck of the gi. It's a little tuft of masculine hair coming out the top. Just a touch. And then, that's just out of my peripheral vision. So. You never stare directly. It's like the Gorgon. You just freeze up into emasculated stone. Formerly known as a body erection, and relax. Flat now. It's good. And now we pull that chin in, and now everything's tight in the neck, and we rotate along the horizon line. Garde les yeux dans un bon état d'équilibre. Always squeezing. So we got to do some of the old familiars. Le vis avec le bras. The arm screw, which is a basic tool, is super essential for all types of absorption on impact. But we're going to try to work it from a basic to an advanced way. Alors, en premier, on sait que quand on a le potentiel pour un impact, anytime there's a potential of falling or impact, the hands want to reach. It's the first thing that gets mashed up and destroyed like a car accident. So we're going to totally indulge that flinch at first. On va mettre toute la force sur les coussins de chaque doigt. On the finger pads, on the cushions. And we're going to do a very simple warm-up. We're going to lift up just the thumbs. But now when I lift the thumbs, I don't want to keep the fingers in a brace state. I want to feel the difference when I'm in alignment, right? Quand vous êtes stable, puis après, quand tu perds cet alignement, puis tu rentres purement dans un étirement. So there's a position where you can keep your fingers kind of contracted, a little bit inward like spear hands, and then we flip it past like a paintbrush into a full connective tissue stretch. And I want to feel both. On va retourner, contraction, feel that contraction. And over squeeze, guys. C'est pas juste les doigts. Your hands can be all right. You can be stable. If I was hitting, that's stable. But for today, I want to squeeze everything in the arms. Sans tous les bras. Then when I relax, I would like that stretch. Ideally, we do this kind of stretch, and normally our hands are so overused and so tight that we go, we feel it here. Mais idéalement, on va travailler à un point où on peut contracter puis relaxer plus. I'd like to feel what happens if I flip the wrist in more. Can I get it really coming up maybe a little higher than just the fingers and the palms? Can you position your elbows inward a little bit more? For me, for example, if I bring it here, I start to feel it much more deeply here. I get it up inside the arms. Tu peux jouer avec la position de tes pouces, right? Move your thumbs, find where it's giving you some morning enlightenment. And now, all right, guys, now we're going to paintbrush around. Increase your left shitty head just on the palms. It's Batman style. That's it. Oh, seal stretch and go all the way back. Moist. That's good. Okay, alors dans cette position, imagine maintenant tu peux rallonger les doigts. So I'm not doing this, but I'm doing all of that with the fingers through the planet. Okay, so we're going to start off with the screw now. So, quand tu vas toucher maintenant, on va avoir, normalement, on va éviter l'impact avec les doigts complètement. So often we just go right away to avoiding impact with the fingers. But now I just want to let the fingers touch first. Mais chaque fois, c'est un peu comme ton pied. It's like your foot stroke, right? When I touch, I can touch with different parts of the hands. So I want different fingers to touch first, mais en place de contracter, instead of contracting, I just want to guide it back to the wrist. So no matter what I touch with, I want to guide it to the palm heel and the wrist bone. So that's where I want to end up, but now I'm going to imagine I don't have that little bit of pre-sight, that little bit of training to already be ready. Je vais toucher en premier avec les doigts, puis je vais avoir toutes des façons, tu peux compresser la main. How can I collapse and compress the hand to still end up on the palm heel? Worst possible figurations, and you just want to see how it can always make its way back there. Just getting it ready, softening it up. Parce qu'on a toujours un petit niveau de contraction. There's always a little residual contraction. At the beginning, the argument can be made, yeah, but I won't be this ready on the street. And that's potentially true. If nothing else, make us a little bit warmer for the training right now. Right? On veut préparer un peu plus pour la session aujourd'hui. But the more you do it, the more able you are to identify where you keep residual tension, then the more able you are to gradually release it. And that's where we have morning in! That's where we have really good neuromuscular improvement. And you'll feel where your body has alignment in the structure of the skeleton versus where it collapses into a negative way that might hurt my fingers versus a positive way where it goes towards my wrist. Any sort of rotation towards the inside of the palm is guaranteed to send the force up into your structure. And il n'y a aucune façon après ici, on peut continuer l'absorption. It's very tough. I'm kind of obliged to go down like this, and then usually I smash my elbow. So I want to see right away that we're screwing onto the edge from a negative to a positive, getting into that area where I'm taking most of it on the ulna, on the condyle of my wrist, on the outer facet of the wrist. Puis maintenant, on peut éviter complètement. So now we go for the more traditional arm screw, where the palm immediately goes to the wrist, and the fingers can barely touch or can not touch at all. Ideally, if I had that half second of prep as I'm falling, I'd rather kind of put the hand edge out, a little bit like a ready hand in Aikido, a live hand, and I want to see that I can screw it from there. And so if you're comfortable, you can work it from a bad surface to a more positive surface, from a difficult impact to get to the wrist that you want. Now, as soon as that elbow is about to touch, the next impact, of course, is the elbow. So if I have the best of the worst case would be I avoid finger damage, and then I land kind of on the elbow and I continue to rotate. Right, so that would be all right. Probably the worst thing you can do is people avoid the hand. Et après ça, parce que la personne est nerveuse, ou tu penses trop de ton coude, or you're afraid of hurting the hand, people bring the hand up. And then everything goes to the elbow. So you'll see people touching the hand first and then spiking the elbow, which is good if I had a palm on a head and I wanted to hit it. It's not so good if I do it to the plant. So I want to make sure at minimum that when my elbow touches, si tu dois toucher avec le coude, le main c'est encore au sol. Right? So if I was going to hit the elbow, for whatever reason, somebody grabbed my pant legs, Belgian sweeps, lifts my feet to the sky, boom, I'm kind of obliged to land on the elbow. I want to share it with the palm heel. I try not to have palm heel and then replace it with the elbow. C'est pas un remplacement, on veut ajuster le coude. Right? We try to add the elbow so that we're sharing it over a larger area of distribution. And so that I see it goes from small surface to larger surface. Avec cette compréhension, maintenant, on veut cacher le bout de notre coude. And then I hide the tip of the elbow, so instead of staying right on the edge of the ulna, as quickly as possible, I rotate off onto the back of the forearm. Je vais retourner sur l'extérieur de l'avant-bras. Or better yet, I never arrive on the ulna at all, and I, just like I protect my fingers with my wrist, I now protect the tip of my elbow with the outside of my forearm. And this naturally requires me to share the load on the upper arm. Maintenant, c'est aussi sur notre humérus. So it goes onto the humerus right away. If that's comfortable, now just break your rhythm and change the distance. Alors maintenant, en place de faire le spectrum complète, right, instead of doing the full spectrum of the rotation at le même rythme, always at the same rhythm, sometimes just do a piece of it and change the depth and the rhythm. On peut faire juste le commencement. I feel the stretch and the strain if I stop it. I feel what it's like to just have half a rotation. I do it from the middle. I do it from well outside. I do it from the beginning. Alors toujours des positions différentes. Morning, guys. I turned around and you guys populated. Ah. It is the best way to feel the body. If you isolate something, you make it tired, right? Si on vient fatigué dans des muscles spécifiques, the better you feel it, better you can move it, control it, refine it. So we gotta get it a little pumped, filled with a little bit of blood flow. Just a little bit of lactic acid. Just a little bit. On peut aussi changer les distances, right? The distance at which I do it will change the stretch on my back, on my forearm. You might be like totally whipped around like this and you're falling, oh, and you got to deal with it, right? There's a best way to do a worse fall. So if I'm stuck here, I want to see what is the extent of my arm screw. How far back can I put it? If I just get a basic warm up with my arms, and what can I do with it, right? Il y a un certain point, si on arrête, if we stop here, it's very strenuous, so I naturally will want to continue. And so that's a classic example of where a half screw is actually a good thing, right? Because here I can't fully screw with convenience and comfort, and there's not a lot of need. À cet point-là, si c'est ton maximum, that was my max, then here I kind of only ever end up on the edge. I don't go as fully onto the back of the knuckles. And that gives you enough absorption.